Hey guys, just coming here with a quick video on how I think you should ideally be recording your workouts in your training log. So this doesn't have to be exactly as I'm saying, but if you do something resembling this, we can kind of keep track and make sure what we're doing is actually working for you. Okay, so right at the top here, I just have training log and the date that I planned on doing this video. Looking at the top here, I've got sleep quality. I've kind of got in this thing bolded is kind of the question or what's in the column, and what's not bolded is what the answer was. So for example, sleep quality was 8 out of 10 for this person, but obviously you can put in whatever your own number is, but the sleep quality should be in there. Next up, sleep quantity, 7.5 hours. Your waking heart rate is 48. And it's a good idea to say what's normal and what's not, so you don't have to keep on continuously looking back in your log. So again, I think I mentioned this to some of you guys. I'll mention it to you all right now. It would be ideal if you took a heart rate or a pulse check right as soon as you woke up. Now, if you guys are wearing smartwatches to bed that track your sleep and all that stuff, you can definitely use it to kind of fill in the quantity. Quality, I'm going to say just subjective. Do you feel like you got a good amount of sleep or a good quality of sleep, or you were up all night kind of thing, kind of tossing and turning? So that's totally up to you what an 8 out of 10 is. But again, it's good to record. So waking heart rate, again, it'll be as before you get up kind of thing. Your alarm goes off, you immediately check your pulse, then you go about your day. Or again, if you've got a smartwatch tracking your sleep, you can feel free to just look at what your last heart rate before you woke up was. That also works quite nicely. What we're watching out for is that heart rate getting jacked up, basically. And that can be an indicator that you're probably not overtraining, but overreaching for sure. So we can potentially tone down the training a little bit. And sometimes it might jack up a little bit during the training. If it's during a particularly intense part, we've had a couple of busy weeks here, that's totally fine. But if it's during a rest week and your heart rate's continuously getting up, you're probably not getting enough recovery from the workouts, and we can definitely modify the program. I've done that for guys in the past, and they've gotten through selection, but you'd be in a bad position if this number started to get jacked up and you didn't do anything about it, and you were actually over fatigued and you were overreaching. Okay. Other things I've asked you guys about before: fatigue, 4 out of 10 soreness or 4 out of 10 is a pretty good number to kind of be at most of the time. Sometimes it's going to be an 8, but not all the time. And soreness. I've also got a spot for site-specific soreness and injury, like in this example here. Pardon me. I've got a right hamstring injury. Okay, and you just want to make sure you note that, and you can even put a number out of 10, like it's a 4 out of 10 sore. And as I got to exercise, it was a 7 out of 10 sore. That's good information to have, especially if you come to me with wanting to modify the program. If I know if it's been a 7 for 2 weeks, for example, that would be a big problem, and we'd need to address that. One thing you guys are really good at is warming up. Just kind of note what you did. You don't have to go into crazy detail. Like foam rolling, dynamic warm up, 400-meter run, you walking the curves, and running at pace for the straightaways, just like we've been doing. Okay, so AM workout, you guys are real familiar with this by this point. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. This guy's shooting for level 3. You can put check marks like, oh, I got all 5, or I didn't get all 5. Or you can write some average paces by this if you want to. But I mean, if your goal is just get them, you were within 2 or 3 seconds each one, you can just put a check mark by them. But if you really want to note and say, the first one I was, I ran 170 meters in 30 seconds, and the next one I wrote 100. You can do that if you want to. It's up to you how much detail you want to put into that. More detail, generally speaking, is good, but there certainly is a point of diminishing returns. And this is just some general notes, again, especially if you had a sore hamstring. It'd be good to talk a lot about that. And this person's considering doing a half bike, half air bike, half run thing. And I do have a protocol for that if required. Just make that correction while in real time here. This person rested 5 minutes as I got equipment for the core workout. Core workout number 2, I've just kind of copied and pasted what that workout is. Basically, they said they did everything. Just a couple of notes down here. I don't know how we do dead bugs. I don't feel anything. I should ask about it. If there's ever an exercise, you don't know why we do it, it's a wasted. You think it's a waste of time, ask me about it. If it's not working for you, I will make something that works for you, okay? Next up is, ab rollers are hard. Nordic curls, this person could do them. And calisthenics volume, you're doing some, this person did 8 sets of 25 push-ups. Last thing, cool down. This person didn't do a cool down. They think cool downs are for suckers. I'm here to tell you cool downs are for cool dudes. So please actually do your cool downs. I'm watching you guys leave the gym without doing that far too often. So here's another example I've got here of more of a strength training day. Again, one of the most important things you can do is write this stuff down. So maybe spell things right too. So this person, back squats, 10 by 2 reps every minute on the minute. He went up to 265. It might be also worth noting that you added 5 pounds, but again, that's up to you. You can always, look back a page in your book. It should just be on their side. A little bit of notes on how that felt. Maybe a little smooth in the middle, a little grindy on the last set, like it should. If it's grindy the whole way, maybe drop your weight like this person did for the bench press. They had to drop down to singles. Again, just note that so so you have a plan for next time, especially if things didn't go well. Okay, last thing was pull-ups, and one set of 20 reps and 4 sets of 5 reps chest to bar, and just something he can work on. He can work on slowing down descent of the chest to bar reps. So maybe work on some quality there, since that is the whole point of the subsequent 4 sets. This person, you can tell I did a little bit of copy and paste on this. No big deal. They did their calisthenics, is probably a good idea, doing some volume work. And look at this person that did the foam rolling, the flow stretching, and some additional breathing from the 5-step recovery cool down. And they feel like a fighter jet made of biceps. That's how I want you to feel. So please do your cool down, even if it's just a little bit of it. It does help, especially, again, that positional breathing is really useful. And if you're going to do almost nothing, the flow stretching is a really good thing to get in there. It certainly is useful to make sure you feel good for the next day. Okay, that's it for the video, guys. Please do remember to do your cool downs. That stuff is useful, especially for those of you guys that are going to be training for 16 weeks instead of 12 because you're on later selections. You want to stay nice and healthy for those later selections. We don't know who's going to be who, so it's a good idea just for everybody to keep up with this recovery stuff. All right, so that's it for the video. Thanks for watching all the way to the end.